Have you ever been asked to give what you don't even have, and then made to feel guilty for saying no? The season they all wanted more, and I was already empty. I own a small business, not the glamorous kind people imagine when they hear the word business owner. No luxury office, no fancy car, just a modest shop, a few hard-working employees, and bills that never seem to take a break. This festive season, instead of excitement, I felt fear, the kind of fear that sits quietly in your chest and whispers, "What if you don't make it through this?" Sales had been slow for months. Rent was due, suppliers were waiting. I had dipped into my personal savings more times than I could count just to keep the doors open. Still, every morning I showed up with a smile, because that's what leaders are expected to do. Then one afternoon everything changed. One by one my employees came to me. At first it sounded innocent. "Madam, festive season is coming. Things are expensive. We were hoping for a little bonus. Even double salary if possible." Double salary. I nodded as they spoke, but inside my heart sank. They didn't know I had barely slept in weeks. They didn't know my bank balance looked like a joke. They didn't know I was already choosing which bills could wait and which ones absolutely couldn't. All they saw was their boss, and in their eyes, boss meant money. That night, I sat alone in my office long after everyone had left. The lights were off. I didn't even have the strength to lock up immediately. I just sat there, staring at my phone, opening my banking app again and again, as if the numbers might magically change. They didn't. I whispered to myself, if I pay double salaries, this business may not survive January. But if I said no, would they see me as wicked, heartless, ungrateful? That's the part nobody talks about. People think business owners are made of stone, that we don't feel pressure, that we don't worry, that we don't carry guilt. But I felt it all. I felt guilty for not being able to give them what they wanted. I felt angry that nobody asked how the business was really doing. And I felt lonely, because leadership can be the loneliest place to stand. The next day, I called a meeting. My hands were shaking, but my voice was calm. I told them the truth. I told them sales were down. I told them the business was surviving, not thriving. I told them I wanted to pay more, but I simply couldn't. The room was quiet. Some understood, some didn't. I saw disappointment on a few faces. I felt it like a physical weight pressing on my chest, but I also felt something else. Relief. Because for the first time in weeks, I wasn't pretending. After the meeting, I stayed back again. Same chair, same silence. But this time, I prayed. Not for money, not for miracles, just for strength. Because sometimes festive seasons don't feel festive for everyone. Sometimes, while others are asking for more, you're quietly trying not to lose everything you've built. And that night, I made peace with something important. Being a good boss doesn't mean destroying yourself to please everyone. Sometimes it means surviving, so there can be a business tomorrow. This festive season, I learned that lesson the hard way.